Hello and welcome back to Chilicast, a podcast session from chili sauce to our sauces. In this episode, we're going to talk about work-life balance after shooting during not working hours.
Ironic.
In this episode, we have D,
Hello.
Uihua,
Hello.
and Rubee
Hi.
again.
What do you mean by Rubee?
What do you mean
Again.
All of us again. All of you guys again.
Not like Rubee again.
Takkanlah I nak say D again, Uihua again, and Rubee again.
And me
Don't get
again.
offended.
Again.
And always me again. Okay, before I start ask the podcast question, I just want to know like how long have you been working on chili sauce? For chili sauce, in chili sauce?
For me,
Yeah.
10 years.
10 years. Wow.
Wow. Wait, this is your 10 year anniversary.
Close lah. It will be 10 years in April next year.
Okay, so we got dinner next year. Remember the pau celebration.
Put that in calendar. How about you?
How long was? When you hired me?
I also forgot already.
I think 2000.
2021 lah.
I think
20,
21 years.
21 I think.
22, 23. 2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
How about you, Rubee?
6 months in October.
Is it okay? Working here? So you paling earliest lah, paling baru lah kat sini
Paling
kan?
The newest, latest edition.
How is it? Okay? Okay working here? You like your boss?
Of course, I like my
Five-star
boss lah. If I don't like my boss, I wouldn't even sign the contract in the first place.
I think maybe we want to keep it latest only because we only know after the 6-month review whether latest addition or latest deduction.
Betul.
Dodol.
Thanks for remind me.
You
Yeah.
mean thanks for reminding you.
And also, please be careful with your questions. I don't want to get like after you don't see my face. You know.
No, more like you have to be careful with your answer. All these likes to you.
No, all I have to say is you all better edit this video fast and publish it before the 6 months.
Okay. So that you have reference.
Okay. So you start being here as what you are?
Okay, so I started as a writer in 2014. Then after that, I moved to a sister company called Us Legal as the editor. And then I came back as editor-in-chief in late 2019. Just like 4 months before the...
Pandemic.
Yeah, that word that must not be mentioned lah.
So you like Muhyiddin lah?
Something like that lah.
Okay. So but the difference is you survive lah in the position.
You know, it's that thing. It's that thing where like on the surface you survive, but internally nothing survived.
Understand.
Who is the person who hired you still here?
The person who hired me, yeah, he still comes by every once in a while. He's the granddaddy of chili sauce.
Oh, you're talking about Chuck, right?
Chuck. Wait, then who are you talking about?
No.
No, because you said
if it's
you
Chuck.
said grand, and then I thought Chuck is the father and someone else. You know what I mean?
No, Chuck would be, I think, considered the chili sauce granddaddy lah.
Young granddaddy lah.
Then you apa?
Huh?
You apa?
Sugar daddy.
Aku daddy lah.
Cut.
Yeah, they call me Daddy Cheah.
But one thing before we move on, I was just wondering when actually you apply for writer, at any point lah, did you thought that you would take over chili sauce?
No. Because honestly, that time, right? Okay, so 2 things were happening. One is that I came in very late. I started writing as a profession. Chili sauce was my first job in writing, and I was 30 years old. Chili sauce also at that point in time was a new company. In fact, I remember Chuck telling me, right, when we were having the interview, is that I don't know if you will have a job in 4 months. Whether I don't fit the bill or if chili sauce will tahan lah for that long lah. So yeah, at that point in time, I just knew that I wanted to go into writing. This is a surprise. So bersyukur lah.
Surprise and a blessing.
You just said bersyukur, Yuha.
He did say blessing, but the mic, I think the wire disconnected.
Yeah. No. I mean, what I learned here, I think maybe it will be elaborated further on lah. But I think I am very grateful for the learning experience. But in terms of a lot of other things, it was a lot of sacrifices lah. That's what I would say.
Welcome. Welcome pula.
What changes that you made after you be the editor-in-chief?
It's a total mindset change. It took me a long time to figure it out lah. Because it's like you're not thinking, because okay, when you're a writer, right, you're only really thinking of 4 things only. One is your deadlines. Next thing is your next story, and then making sure that people like reading your articles, and then making sure that your articles are correct lah, right? So when I came in as editor-in-chief, all of a sudden I need to worry about, okay, are we earning enough money to pay everybody?
Sorry.
Are we earning enough money to give people raise? Is everyone happy working here? Am I hiring the right people? Is everyone doing their work? Is everyone doing their work? What's happening now? Are we hitting the right stories? Are we writing everything? Are we creating the right kind of content? And all that. So it's a lot more things lah. Why you all start with such depressing questions?
Not depressing. I just want to know because it lead to the next question lah. Are you the one who start the 11 a.m. working hour, or from the previous editor-in-chief?
No, that actually started from the previous editor-in-chief, and that was because as writers, we all will never come in at 9. I think in many creative industries, right, if you set it at 9, you're going to have a lot of people coming in late lah. But also because in this industry as well, you tend to work late also. So, I mean, in a way, I would say the hours are flexible lah. I don't know if there are many industries that are focused on creative work, right, that can keep to a strict 9 to 5.
Yeah. What do they mean, man? 9 o'clock is the first alarm that I snooze.
Now we know why.
9 o'clock is when I'm making a coffee and getting ready to go to the bathroom.
Wait, 9 o'clock, you're up already? Wow, Uihua.
This is new. I only started like 2 years ago because I wanted to try to keep to a schedule. That's for my own thing.
Very nice. It's hard to change your bangun tidur pukul berapa.
Actually, I think getting up early is not an issue. It's just that coming to office at 9 o'clock is like, dang. Because when you clock in already, like it or not, you kind of start working. Even when your brain is not really working, it's not cooperating, your brain is not ticking.
Yeah. And then if you need to time about 9 a.m, you need to keluar rumah pukul 8, 7.
Especially it's hard for Rubee lah, because she have her even struggling to park her big car in that parking box.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But what do you guys think having a working hour start at 11 a.m?
For me, I appreciate it. I don't know whether you all remember this or not. I said okay to him when he said at 11. Before that I was like, can I get up at 9? This is a media company, definitely 9 1, definitely 9 1. Then when he said 11 o'clock, like what he said, okay lah, for me personally, I don't know if it's same for other creative people, but for me, my ideas actually kicks in at 2 occasions. One is at night, like 9 o'clock night. One more is when I'm in the toilet or washroom lah. So I think when we have more time to work during the night, right, I appreciate that lah. But also if we have more time during the night, then of course we cannot come in very early in the morning lah, right? So I would actually love to start my work after 10ish lah. So I think it's actually, for me in creative industry, me alone, I cannot talk for other people, but me alone, I think that's total freedom lah. Yeah, that's besides the point. I come in at 12. But
Yeah. It's okay. It's not as if I don't notice it.
Yeah,
but actually what I mean is that while driving also ideas will come in. So 11 o'clock I drive, I'm working. Brainstorming idea mah.
So lagi jam lagi bagus lah.
Lagi jam lagi bagus.
Banyak idea masuk.
I sacrifice my oil, for chili sauce.
Understand. So, but I think your idea not just come for chili sauce, it's for personal content also kan.
So Rubee, what about your?
Yeah. How
I
about
love
Ruby?
how he just deflected it back to me. You know?
How about you, Ruby, the newcomer?
Okay. So for me, the plus point is actually our working hours. It's like, how do I put this without making other people jealous? I don't want them to feel like I'm working in heaven. But I kind of have that flexibility between the 10 and 11. That is like good enough, because there are days where you're like, wait, my brain is not up yet. There's no reason for me to go to work and struggle. Might as well just leave the house like before, like around 10:30, and I reach office by 10:45. I'm good already. And then you see, actually the day starts way off better because you don't feel pressured. And then when I see you guys coming in at 11:15 lah, 12 p.m. lah, I'm like, okay lah, still angel lah, still getting the job done. But one thing I like about Chili Sauce is they don't. It's not about what time you clock in or what time you clock out. Are you getting the job done or not? Because sometimes you can be there at 9 to 6. Kau diam di.
Giving you cut waste.
I just want to say that we should rename this podcast "Throwing Your Colleagues Under the Bus."
So yeah, like you can be there from 9 to 6, but are you really present at work? That is besides, right? Because maybe bosses look at you and they see you clicking tack, but are you really doing work, or is your mind somewhere else? Because creative minds actually burn out. You can't be producing content 24/7. Sometimes you need the day or half a day break. Sometimes, okay, I'm going to just put myself down the bus. Sometimes I only start working at 3 p.m. While when you guys look at me, I'm actually on TikTok. Actually, I'm not looking stories sometimes. I'm just like, no, just let's scroll first. Later the story will come out. Then during lunch, that is when actually I look for the story. So it's good to have some kind of flexibility, if you ask me. You're not really choke. Very soba, you know?
That's why.
Oh,
That's why.
I didn't know it was that
Ruby.
important to you. Oh.
That's why I lie so much. Until
Wow, this is the first time I see her cry so close to her 6-month review.
yeah.
Oh, crying to 6 months review is good. If you cried the third month, you already know I'm going to walk out.
The closer it is to the 6 months, the more water will come out.
More emotions.
How about you?
Okay, so I guess for me, because I was in that zone, right, where before all these rules came up, like, I mean, honestly, it's like in the early days of Chili Sauce, right, a lot of all these things, like, 11 o'clock start work time and whatever, right, they were things that developed with the team. So it wasn't like, when I signed the contract at the time, my work started at 11. My work actually started at, I think it was 9 or 10. Can't remember lah. But it became like that. But what I've realized now is that it's actually a plus point. Like, I never would have thought, right, that 11 o'clock starting time or flexible work hours in that sense, right, is a plus point for people to want to join your company. Yeah, so that caught me by surprise. I had no idea.
Like for me,
There's a new generation thingy.
yeah, because like for me, since I don't live with my parents, it actually gives me time to prepare dinner when I go back. So I prepare my dinner. I wake up because I'm up by 7. I have good 2.5 hours to actually cook proper meals. So when I come back home, actually I have a home cooked meal instead of spending money at mama.
You prepare your dinner after work?
Before work.
Oh, before coming in you prepare?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you have time, ma.
Yeah.
See, that's why. Go Uihua.
It's also like this weird flex lah, because I live in an area that is quite jammed to go in and out of, and then I hear my neighbors complaining about it, and I go like, no, I don't actually face that.
Because
And then I realized, oh wait, it's because I leave at 10.
the same way also,
the
like
jam,
the Kelana Jaya Road, right? Like when we come from Cheetah Mall, when I leave home, I'm like, wait, I didn't jam, bro, best near. Because when I used to work at 9:30, even though the house is like 10 minutes from my old office, right? No, 5 minutes. I have to leave at 8:45. Then I can reach office by 9:15 because the traffic is that bad. Now it's nice. 10:30 I leave, 10:45 I'm in the office like, guys, doors are open, please come in.
Yeah. Thanks, Ruby. So, because every time I say to my friend that I clock in at 11, they're like, wow, untung lah, tak hadap jam, free jam punya company. So yeah, it's really good lah. But talk about good thing, how about the bad thing of clocking at 11 am? Do you guys have any thoughts about that?
I do.
Yes.
So when I first started work, right, I think this is what Uihua ended up giving me the keys actually. Because I'm usually here by 10:15, 10:30, latest 10:45. So one day I got so annoyed and I was like, Uihua, I understand everybody comes in at 11, but 99.9% of the time when I'm here, the doors only open at 11:45. And it's actually exhausting waiting for... 11:45, 11:15. Sorry lah. So what happens is while waiting for the doors to open, actually you kind of get exhausted. And if you're already early at work, you just feel like part of your day is already gone and it drains you in a certain way. Maybe you got an idea already, but then you just want to go open laptop and it down. By the time the doors are open, it's gone. So I told Uihua, like, can I have the key? Only clause, no have parties. But since Halloween is coming, I'm kind of planning a secret party lah, huh?
I didn't hear anything.
Life confession.
How about you, D?
The disadvantage of coming at 11.
Makes you lazy.
Clock in at 11 and then clock out at 7, 8.
I feel like this topic alone, maybe I cannot comment much because I think this topic alone I cannot comment much because I also do like stuff outside of work and like for my own content, right? So actually, even though my work finish at 8 also, which I consider very early, I still go back at 12. I still have my dinner at 12. So I don't know what's the negative side.
So it's your own problem lah.
It's a D problem, not a chili sauce problem.
Not problem, but got to do after work lah. So, but I think the negative side might be that when you collaborating with people with a different set of hours, like 9 to 5, by the time you masuk kerja, you get the stuff at 11. So you work at it, right? And then 4 o'clock you want to check, they will be like, alamak, I dah nak balik lah. Then you ask like, why you balik so early? It's just like, bro, kau kerja sampai pukul 7, dia kerja sampai pukul 5 je. So that kind of thing only lah. I think it's a very minor stuff. But when we work very fast like me and Alifwan, not issue lah.
So you can get this video out before her 6-month review lah.
Excuse me, that's next Monday.
By next Monday.
But I say we can work fast, but I didn't say we want or not.
How about you?
Okay, I can think of a few downsides lah. I think one which I think Dee kind of touched on a bit is that so for me generally, right, I don't really care. If you want to come in at noon also you can, as long as work gets done. I tak kira lah, because I also know like back when I was a writer, how I used to work, right, is that honestly my whole time at the office was spent Facebook, watching videos and all that, because it's not my working time. I only start writing at night. So I start writing at night, and then after that, I come in later in the morning, and I know most writers kind of function that way lah. The problem is when you have people who come in and they take advantage of the system. So, it's like you come in at 11 or 12 or whatever it is, but then you genap want to leave at 7 even if the work is not done, and then you go like, oh, because this is the time that I have to stop work, So it's kind of a give and take thing. And when you have flexible work hours, right, it becomes harder to enforce as compared to say like, okay, 9 to 6, you get your work done within this time, which then, it's not nice lah, right? The other thing is very specific to our office. Even if you all leave at 7, unless you live very nearby, you're going to get caught in the LDP.
Yeah.
In fact, you'll be even more caught in the LDP than when you leave at 5.
Come on, I stay Cheras. I got to go through LDP.
That's why you go at midnight.
Number 1. Number 2 is the federal.
Federal Jam is even worse.
But I go back at 12, so there's no car. Probably it's just ghost sitting next to me in the car.
Yeah.
You wish for that?
Huh?
You wish for that?
I also already good like a ghost attitude. But do you think it's a good thing that you became a writer? You can feel how people function,
yeah, always.
And then only you go to the higher position. Do you think like if you can just like give a comment, right? Like, do you think it's a must for actually all the bosses to sort of like experience every side of that job before they be in charge of that?
Yes, that one is what I feel is that's a personal belief for me lah. Because even if you have experience from a different company, let's say you go from a content company C, right, and then you come to Chili Sauce, right, the working culture might be different, the way you do content might be different and everything. So if you want to work the same way you work in the other company and bring it over here, it might, cause everything to fall apart lah. So even
I think I'm facing that.
yes.
I am, to be very frank, because it's like two different cultures, two different styles of working. And my previous writing job is more of just content focused, but now I have to also focus on featured images, which is very bad because I'm not a visual person per se. So yeah, if I get bang mean, it's confirmed. What kind of featured image is this?
Yeah, no, because you are looking at different things. Because I mean, I hate to say it, but I think in your old place, right, it was more for the churn, right? You need to come up with 6 articles a day or whatever it might be, right? Over here it's more of quality lah. So if you want to bring that in here, let's say if I hire you as editor-in-chief, right, and you come in here and you come in with that kind of experience and that mindset and want to go like, okay, chili sauce writers, I want you to write 4 articles a day.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it will fall apart.
Trust, it doesn't, because even with that 6 articles, to be very frank, most of it was copy, paste, rephrase. Copy, rephrase. No, copy, paste, rephrase, and then you paste back in the original one. But
Are you referring to that?
So all I want to say is that when you see websites like that, right, with a lot of articles a day, right? She say one, not I say one.
Because that was more for website writing. So yeah, you have like 10 companies in the same industry. There's only so much you can do. How creative can you get?
You might have 10 companies in the same industry, but you only have one
chili sauce.
Yes, one chili sauce.
No, wrong. One Uihua.
So since your 6-month review coming, right? So your previous company better or chili sauce better? Say it in one word.
Chili sauce.
The chili sauce not enough.
Not saucy.
Not saucy enough.
You want sauce, is it? Go buy
I
Tabasco.
think you belum betul-betul chili sauce citizen lagi lah.
No.
Say
The
with
thing
passion.
is, I cannot be completely chili sauce yet because the Wi-Fi still hasn't accepted me.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Wi-Fi?
The Wi-Fi still hasn't accepted me. It disconnects on me. So this is what happened when I newly came in. Uihua told me 2 things. First, Kelly has to accept you within 1 week. Like that only.
Kelly is our office cat.
Kelly is
Yeah.
the office cat.
Okay.
Second thing, Wi-Fi. Till now got no jodoh lah.
Maybe after
Disconnects.
this 6 months lah. So we will see by Monday, right? If suddenly you don't get disconnected from the Wi-Fi at all, right? We don't need to have the review anymore.
So that means I confirm already lah.
What an easy way for a review, man.
I leave it up to fate.
Okay lah.
I'm gonna call Unify after this.
Maybe we give a chance lah. What about the printer? Did you
The printer
connect? You connected to the printer lah. Oh, okay.
The printer loves me.
Actually, that's the opposite. I think the printer hates all of us.
See, the Wi-Fi loves all of you. Yeah.
Okay, let's say lah Uihua, Malaysia start to do like every company need to start work at 11 and end at 7, and the traffic must be like jam lah kan during our on the way. Do you want to change the working hour?
12 to 8.
I think at that point in time, right, what I will say is that let's just have it flexible and then we'll see where everything goes lah. Like if we need to make the hours from like, I don't know, 1 p.m. to 2 a.m., right, and everybody is okay with that and it works for everybody, why not? Because I think at the end of the day, it's like it's what works best for the people within the company lah. I know very few people outside of Rubee, right? Actually, I think you're the only one in the office who can actually keep to that schedule.
Because I've been trained like
Yeah.
that. To be very frank, it's like I have to be at work at 9:30 no matter how late I go back. No matter how late I work after hours. I have to be in the office at 9:30. But again, as a writer, it doesn't work for me. I used to be the latest at work. Work starts at 9:30, I'm there at 9:45.
This is your previous job, 9:30, right?
Not here, bro. If you here was 9:30, I say, you forget it. Bye.
If you're here at 9:30, I'll be like, why are you coming so early?
Yeah, you made me
Yeah,
do
you
it at
will
9 o'clock.
Get a warning letter for coming in early, man.
No, you will get
And insulting
you will get yelled at. I'm like, what? I need to come to the office at 9.
No, coming back to the 9 o'clock, actually on my first day of work, our beloved boss forgot to tell me Rubee work only starts at 11.
What did you do?
So our contract states 9 to 6.
Oh yeah.
All the best.
And thank God we had the other writer here last time for SosciliMY. It was Bulan Puasa, God's grace. He let me in. And then while I was waiting, right, somebody texts me, Hey, not to forget, it's your first day at work. And I take a selfie and I'm already in.
And then the Uihua call you and say, "Oh, I'm sorry."
No, he just comes into work. Oh no, after that, since you're already there and I'm not there, why don't you clean your table? It's the one in front of my table. I was like, first day aku jadi kuli. Not enough orang gaji at home came here also orang gaji. And I had to clean all of Jake's rubbish.
That one nothing to do with me,
I'm still cleaning Jake's rubbish though.
That's just Jake lah. Yeah.
He's going to see this, he's going to kill me. It's okay, Jake, I'll give you the egg.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I think end of the day, really, office hours, especially again, like I feel like it doesn't apply to everything. Like if you're in engineering, probably or accounting, right, you could probably keep to more standard hours. But for creative work, it really is what you can, the creative hours for you, lah. So, if some people are more active in the morning, then sure, come in the morning, lah. But if not, it's 2 a.m. nights, lah.
Sometimes 2 a.m. actually does a lot of wonders.
Yeah. I generally start writing at 10.
Wow.
So.
But how do you guys see and concept of work-life balance actually?
If there is lah.
Yeah. Which means you guys punya pendirian dan pendapat tentang work-life balance itself.
Is this
lah.
question for everyone?
Yes.
Kamera nampak ni tak? Socks dia tak?
Apa ni?
Show your socks. This question for everyone lah.
Yes.
He can't even balance his socks. You go ask him about work-life balance.
Very nice sock you are.
Oh, thank you. Okay, this is part of my work-life balance, you see, because, right, I prioritize work so much that I don't want to spend the time to find matching socks.
Wow.
The colours that go well together lah. Or you just try.
No, I buy the colors that go well together, so any combination will work, man.
Effort taken, bro. Just
That's
for
right.
chili sauce.
Yeah, so my rule is avoid black, avoid white.
But isn't it
Why
easier?
white black again?
Huh?
I don't care about white. Why you white black again?
Because black cannot match with anything else except for black. Like imagine you wear this color socks and then this one is black,
works,
right?
what?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
Doesn't
look
it?
nice.
It looks like bee.
Same with white. Yeah, but it's different. Then it looks like you actively try to match it.
I see.
Maybe after you should try with shoes. Different shoes.
I actually did.
Oh, how come I didn't notice one?
This was a long time ago because I realized that there was this brand that had different designs, but it was the same shoe.
Oh,
So I could, and then they had a 2-for-1 promotion, so I just bought 4 pairs.
and then you
Then
mix
just
and match.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but then it turns out that the shoes were not that good for my feet, so now I have to wear like proper shoes lah. Because you know why? I don't have work-life balance. I also don't have body balance. My physio told me this side of my body is longer than this side.
Wow.
Wait, does that mean
What? The answer is yes. It is only slightly longer.
slightly lah?
Slightly only. I am very two ways about it lah. I feel like work-life balance is an important thing, but it is also a very individual concept. Because it depends on what industry you're in, it depends on who you are as a person. So it's not like, when you go online and you go like, oh, work-life balance means you must take leave every whatever and then go on holidays, and then, when boss tell you to work on weekend, you say no, because I need to enforce my work-life balance kind of thing, right? No, I mean, these kinds of things, if you want to lay those ground rules, sure, fine, go ahead, but it should not be, it's a balance between your company and you lah, right? It cannot be everything's like me because I want to work-life balance, right? Then if you get let go from your job or if you don't get promoted, you cannot blame the company because you wanted that idea of balance, right? So it's always a give and take. Like for me, like my idea of work-life balance is I don't work on Saturdays. Like, whatever it is, like you send me messages or what, you don't catch on me on Saturdays.
But
right?
why not Sunday? Yeah, I like really curious. Why not like Sunday? Why Saturday?
Okay, so for me, it's like Friday into Saturday is my no-no zone lah. It's like I'm not even going to look at my phone and play games. But then Sunday is when I start to plan for Monday. Yeah, so if any work or anything, at least I have that one day lah. right? But then on every other day, if I need to stay and work until 3 a.m. or whatever, if the job requires it, I will do it lah. So it's just don't kacau me on that Saturday. Yeah.
There's actually good. I don't know whether to call it good way of balancing or not, but there's a different way lah of doing it.
I think it. Sorry, if I can just say, right, I think it really depends on the person, because I guess maybe I am used to that kind of I don't know whether you want to call it time or pressure or whatever, right? So one day to not kena kacau is all I need already, and then maybe every once in a while I might take 1 week off to go holiday lah. But I also know that there are some people who memang need to have that separation one. Yeah. So in which case then, if they work for the company and they can do good work with that in mind, sure. But if they cannot, then they might need to look for a different company lah.
For me, to be honest, I don't recommend this to people out there. It's not healthy. It will be healthy if you can handle it lah. But just that, because I would consider myself as I got 2 jobs lah at the moment. One is of course doing content for chili sauce, and another one is doing content for my own self lah, at my own capacity lah. So every day also I got to do content for chili sauce as well, and then for myself as well. So so the problem I'm having here is that when you talk about work-life balance, I have 2 work and 1 life, of course, 1 life. So like, how do I get balance of that? Which I still trying to figure out. But to be, I mean, no, not to say like, oh, kasihan lagi. Not like that. It's just that, it's just that sometimes I really get very sad that I cannot spend time with my family lah. Or even like, for example, you know, like 8 o'clock, it's just nice like you kerja habis, right, and then you want to go lepak with your partner or your family at the mall, just want to chill, right? But in my case, I cannot do it lah, because I have to do some content for my stuff after my work. So sometimes I finish work at 8, then I will get damn excited one. But then at the end of the day, when I realize I do content for myself, it's already 11 one. So I go back 12, eat, sleep, that's it lah. So to be honest, at this point I cannot balance it yet lah. But also it's not an issue for me, because I think my family really understand that I'm doing like 2 sort of things at the same time. So they are okay if I can't make it for a dinner or anything like that. But again, the boat job is require like creativity kan. So I really can't pick any day like out of my work lah. Like Saturday I don't work like Uihua. I can't do that lah, because I really need to brainstorm, and then the idea sometimes comes in. The idea comes in when you want to chill with your friends, and it's timely, so you have to do it. So yeah, there are days where I go for shoot for chili sauce. I'm in the car recording. Alif come park in front of me, look at me at the mirror, laugh because I'm doing my personal content. And also there are days where like you will silently see me grabbing the TikTok light and then silently walking to the studio just for me do my personal content. So yeah, to balance it is very, very difficult at this point.
I think if I can just add to that about like friends and family, right? It gets better as you get older. In the sense that, when I first started, like I was 30 lah, again, I was 30, right? So I became known as the professional ghoster. Because it was like, oh, let's go out for coffee and whatever, right? And then suddenly busy because working lah, when you write article because suddenly got idea or whatever, right? But now I realize that all my friends are all doing the same thing. So I think it's one of those things where like, after a while, right, people just fall into patterns, and especially, if you are in a situation where you're working at higher levels or different jobs or whatever, right, chances are everybody will equally not have the time, and when you meet up, right, it becomes a more special occasion.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds very cheesy, but it's actually true. Like, people that I used to see every, 2-3 times a week, right, maybe now I might see them once every 3 months. But during that one time that we see in 3 months, right, we make sure that, it's optimally spent lah.
Really good time lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why Ili reject your invitation for Smash kot.
I want to clarify that smash is not what you think it is. It is ayam penyet, which is
Internally
smashed
we
chicken.
call it smash.
Internally we call it smash, and internally it's like
Because we are from creative industry.
correct. So when I ask people like, "Hey, Rubee, want to go smash?" It's not what it means
Or what it intends to be.
or what it's intend to mean. It means, do you want to go have ayam penyet?
Yeah, but honestly, during my first time in the office and then someone invite me to Smash, I feel like, what the fuck, man? Don't you know I'm a Muslim guy here?
The worst case scenario is coming from a man and he's your boss.
Yeah.
He's calling you to smash at 8 o'clock.
But I think the first time is Nabia invited me.
Oh,
the
That's
fir-
more cringy.
That's your word.
yeah,
more even-
before that is I heard like Uihua and Nabia, let's go Smash. I said, okay.
Oh, you
What
guys
kind of
are-
company
You
is
guys
this?
are being positive about it. Fine.
and then the next day Nabia invited me. Like, what the fuck, man? And then she explained it to me right after she asked me. Okay, now
Maybe
I
your face said
understand.
it all lah.
No, actually, the ones I really pity are the interns.
Yeah,
Because sometimes, they come in and they're very quiet and they're very shy, right? And then I kind of go like, maybe I shouldn't explain it to them just yet and wait for them to ask me. So I just keep going like, hey, so and so, you want to go smash?
But all our intern face, I tell you, whenever they ask like, do you want to go for smash, or even like Rizlin or whatever, when they first ask like, what do you want to go to smash? I always see their face. They will be like,
Yeah. Actually,
whatever sign up to, man.
No, and then the thing I don't understand, right? Is like they will blink at you and then they'll kind of go like, no, but they will never ask you
What is
does it mean? Yeah. So I'm like, wow, you think I'm really going to ask you to smash in that way? Yeah. I got HR, you know.
Okay, like imagine if you hire someone new and then you ask, you want to go to Smash, and then he go with you
He thought
into the meeting room and already naked.
So I was just thinking, right? It's like, hey, want to smash jumpa kat tangga. You know, and I go,
then he also come, jumpa kat tangga, let's go down. Oh, maybe there's more private. Go down, let's go behind there. And then he see the auntie smashing the chicken. Fish, this is a smash he was talking
I got
about.
scammed.
nasi setengah.
I expected a different smash and this is what I get. You lured me. You lied to me.
So this is the life.
Yeah.
The rest is our work. This is our life. This is how I balance it.
This is the balance lah. You need to have this
Yeah.
kind of nonsense lah.
One thing that Uihua say I want to add on before we move to Rubee, right? He say like, as you grow older, your time with family or friends will like,
Special occasion.
will be really, really like special occasions, right? How critical I am now is that, I don't know whether you guys will believe me or not. After I got my salary, I put my savings, right? And then I got my budget to use, right? After I pay my bills, until today, I never touch my expenses money. Because I got no time.
Wow.
It's healthy for my wallet. I mean that's why I say it's no balance, but your wallet balance very good lah. But no balance lah.
But I think I will say this lah, and I think again depends on person to person lah. Like for me, if I need to take time out to do like non-chili sauce related work, right, I always make sure to spend some of that money. Yeah, either I don't care lah. You want to take your girlfriend out to makan, or you want to take your parents out to makan, or you want to buy yourself a new tablet or a new phone, right? You must spend that money
But new
because
Batman stuff will be good, yeah.
yeah, because you need to justify that lah to take the time out.
That's true lah. Well, once in a while I do spend like damn good food.
Yeah,
like
but don't overspend lah.
yeah.
Let's get to Rubee.
Rubee.
Okay, as a creative, right? The concept of work-life balance, as much as I would love to have it, it's very subjective. The line is very thin. And Hua is actually looking at me like, what work-life balance, woman? You actually go back on time. You don't even work on weekends.
I am just listening to you.
But again, it's about being disciplined, I guess. Like, even when I started my writing journey, right, I made very specific rules for me. Like, you work your ass out from Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no matter what happens, even the office burns, it's not your headache.
Wow.
It's the boss's headache.
That is actually true.
Okay.
Also,
But don't
So-
worry, I will help
Is it your problem
you.
or your boss?
it is technically my problem, but I always tell the interns that's why they need to put out the fire if the office
So it's
catches
not boss
fire.
problem, it's intern's problem.
But you do realize Chilisos doesn't have interns now.
Oh, fuck.
We don't have interns now, but I would like to have interns.
Yeah, salute that. So coming back to work-life balance, right? And there's another thing that I actually enjoy while working with Chili Sauce, which I don't think I've ever done in my writing career. That's going for events. The introvert in me hates events.
The
Despite-
event or the food?
No, being in events, I don't like talking to people. I don't like conversing. I like listening to people talk, but if you ask me to go and ask questions to someone, I'm like, nah, not my. I just don't like socializing.
Certainly not like walks popping around the office like got no business roasting people like he's
You know,
like
when
a
you do
big
your walks,
guy.
actually, that is when I think I told you, it brings out a very different. I think it's how the office environment it brings out a very different side in me, which I've never seen since my teenage. Actually, I used to be a very outgoing person, but as I grew up, I think when the inner child in you just dies off. So when I'm here, you guys are younger than me, so the child, not you.
You guys are younger than me, she man lah.
So
Go ahead.
the child in me also comes out. And having a boss, despite almost touching 40, but still is super young in character wise, actually brings that part out of me. So, in concept of work-life balance, I think it's pretty balanced for me already, because even at work, there's no stress for me. Yes, there are deadlines. There are sometimes your featured image looks like, well, he doesn't say it, but I know like his looks like shit. He just doesn't say it. He's very nice about it. He helps me and all those things. But I know sometimes it gets frustrating. Despite that,
Actually, it's not that I'm nice about it. I'm just being very sarcastic about it.
Still
She doesn't
remember
know.
the one day featured image lesson that we got?
so yeah, despite all of that, it's pretty balanced, because I think it's about respecting boundaries, where I've also like set certain boundaries, like I do not like to be called after hours if it's not urgent. If you think you can have the conversation with me tomorrow, or send that email, you've already sent the email, you can notify me tomorrow, just tell me tomorrow. Because like it or not, as an employee, somebody tells you, hey, I sent you an email, but you can check it tomorrow lah. Immediately your hand will go to your phone, like, hey, what email lah? Because it's curious. One is curious. Number two, it's like you have an obligation to work. If you love your job, you are obligated to it. Somewhere or other, my partner kind of tells me this, that I'm married to my job in a way, because it's like even when we go out for makan, especially if it's a new place, I'm like, be 5 minutes. I'll take my phone out and I'll start because I want to do an article about it. But I'm blessed that he understands it. But there are not many people. My parents don't understand and be like, hello, you're out for dinner. What the hell, man? Where's your life balance? And like, I go back home and got balance still with you all, because I'm still talking to you. Work starts at 11. If I'm in Rawang, I leave like what, 9:30? Still got balance, right? Morning, see my face, talk to me nicely lah. We can go breakfast, can go for tea, can do whatever we want. So working here has given me the balance that I have been craving for years actually. Blessed.
Flip your hair, Uihua, flip your hair.
Yeah, but you kind of give me anxiety also lah. Working for my mental health, no. For my other side of health is good, but my mental health, it's like, alright, 1 minute, you're like, I just sent you an email with a serious face, You'll be like, shit, what the hell did I just do now?
I don't know about your work-life balance, but your way of balancing words is very good. You say positive, you feel nice, negative. You say
know,
negative, positive.
It's like say I'm old and then but oh no, he thinks young.
And then you say, no, this is what she have been craving for years, and then you make it available. But then you also messed up her brain.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Well, he did it when he gave me my contract. Hey, guess what happened while I'm just tendering my resignation?
well, in all fairness, right? I say that as long as the articles turn out good lah, they do well, they perform well, they get received well. Aku okay je.
Yeah.
My job is to push it in that direction.
Yeah, but just don't give me anxiety, lor.
That one I cannot help what.
Yeah, because it's you, right? But it's okay lah.
Let's sleep. Later you guys panggil balik.
But I think Uihua having a background in psychology also helps, because one thing I noticed is, yes, there's about 12 hours in the office, but he kind of knows everybody in a different way, and he works very differently with everybody.
There's only one thing that I would say is that the consistent feedback that I get, right, is the look on my face. And I will say right now that it's just because my face is expressionless, so it looks very grim. Because the opposite of that, if I try to animate my face, right, it's going to look horrible, because then I'll be like, hey Rubee, how's your article today? Your article's doing really good, yeah?
Oh, you're gossiping there?
How's your video?
No, because I was saying sometimes. I'm not, how to say, poker face as you are, but
Seriously.
but even when I try, also it turned out very ugly on camera. So I can feel you.
It's not actually on camera. It's like, I don't know if I don't have enough control over my face, right? Sometimes I think I'm smiling, but apparently I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for all agreeing.
But you kind of know like when you're annoyed, it's very easy. Your body language says it all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whether your face says it or not, your body language says it. So when you come in, I'm like, okay, today is not a good mood. Let's just keep quiet, do whatever you can, and do the best you can for your stupid feature teammate. You're not going to bite.
All I know is that the way he say, like, okay, for example, let's say kan, like he like to belanja, so like sometimes let's say he buy for me something, right, and then I say, Abba, how much was it? Yeah, no need lah. I don't know whether he's scolding or he's telling that, yeah, no need, because yeah supposed to be like, yeah, no need lah, but he say, yeah, no need lah. Like
You
that,
want to
like,
know how he sounds when he
what you want to
scolds?
pay back? What's your problem? No, it seems like
That is just my inner Chinese uncle manifesting, you know. It's like, you want to pay me back? Yeah, no need.
But at first I thought like wait is it not 5 ringgit? Is it like more? At first I thought that lah, but then as I travel more with him, I understand that tone means actually he is genuinely telling no need.
You really want to know how he sounds when he's angry, yeah? He type also, I know already he's angry. He's frustrated. Like there was once I was doing an article and he went like, shorten why are you using so much of words like day? I was like, okay. Then I just stopped replying. I just started doing work and like, just post it tomorrow when he sees he's going to be okay about it.
The only person that will not understand whether Uihua is angry or not, we all know who's
Who Aku budak baru.
no longer here.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm no longer here, we understand like, cause I cannot read Uihua better, good enough.
But I also not good enough to read Uihua lah. That's why whenever I come to Uihua, I just stand there and wave at him until he notice me.
Like, hi boss.
Yeah.
See my existence.
Please notice me. Okay, he notice.
I mean, my rule is, right, don't try to read Uihua, just read Uihua's articles.
Please.
Yeah. That too.
Alright, let's go to the next question. We start working at 11, and then do you guys have the right to give some tips for those people who start working at 8?
Oh wait.
Maybe
I
I know.
think I know. I got one. Yeah. Listen to Chili Sauce podcast when you're stuck in jam for the next 2 hours.
You guys can finish 2 episodes.
Because now we are actually on Spotify one.
Alright, so the question is, can you share some practical tips or strategies for maintaining a healthy work-life balance regardless of your role or position?
Should I go first?
Like tips lah, right, basically.
Okay, so like I said earlier, set very strict boundaries for yourself first. And if you're taking on a role, right, at the get-go itself, that means your interview itself, be very transparent with the interviewer and tell them what works for you and ask them clearly what works for them. Can you all meet in the middle or not? If you don't, the reason I'm saying, yes, it may sound like, no, I need a job, I'm desperate for a job. But if you're not setting your boundaries, your bosses or your future bosses do not know that boundaries, right? And you do not know where they stand. When you start work, you are going to be miserable. What happens is, it shows in your job quality. And like it or not, you are going to feel like eventually, right, even your probation habis also, within 2 weeks you'll cabut already. And that is when a lot of people actually continuously, especially younger generation, they can't seem to stick in one place for a long time because they feel like, no, this place is not good enough for me. Reason being is you are not setting your boundaries clearly and you're not actually asking what they are looking for. That's one. Number two, you need me time. So if you're going for a holiday, be clear and tell them, I do not want, you can tell your bosses, sometimes you can tell your colleagues, unless if it's really, really urgent and there's no one to pick up on your job, like no one can do what you are doing. So sometimes we need an approval, then we have to catch him during his holidays. But regardless, you got to keep that line very, very straight and say, if I do not want to be disturbed, I do not want to be disturbed. And you have to be disciplined as well. You see the phone, like the emails coming in, be disciplined enough to not look at it. Like for me, I'll disable that account when I'm on a holiday. I'm like, screw it, not looking at it. Unless if I know if Uihua is going to call me, then it's urgent already. Because this was communicated way earlier. So, and another thing is also this is something I do personally is, I might know that I have a deadline tomorrow, but I don't sometimes like, yes, it is in the back of your head. But the best way to get out of that stress is actually watch stupid series. Sometimes no idea, Next day, God, you have a deadline, you need to put up an article, but you got no story yet. What I do is, I watch stupid series like Big Bang Theory, Friends, tak masuk akal, because your brain dah lapang already when you go and sleep. And like it or not, sometimes I wake up at 2 a.m. with an idea, I can go and write and finish it off and come back and sleep. Next day I'm back at work. So it's just finding the balance and what works best for you and the company. Like you have said earlier, it's not all about you. You gotta meet in the middle. And sometimes it's just, if you can't perform on a certain day, tell your boss clearly like, hey, this is happening to me. How can I work with the company to help things make better? Because sometimes mental health also comes into place here. Some people have anxiety, some people have depression. They might not be comfortable talking about it, but if it's bad, on a certain day, talk to your boss. Tell him, look, I do want to work, but I just can't seem to perform and I'm not fit enough to be in office, because sometimes you just don't want to be in front of people, but you'll do better at home. So that's how you find the balance.
Very nice tips.
Like
Experience.
Some I don't know, some work-life balance guru like that.
Yeah, can.
Work-life balance 101.
No.
Come and look for
Rubee's
Rubee
picture there.
at Intuitive House.
With Rubee's picture.
I got a few that will go from general to maybe as you go up job ranks lah. I think the general one, this is something that I've seen just from experience, which is that everything that you see online about work-life balance, I don't care if it's on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, even from this podcast, quite honestly, right, is something that should be taken as suggestions, but not a target. Like, yeah, I mean, again, it kind of goes back to that thing, right? Like, end of the day, you need to kind of figure out what works for you as a person and for your company as well, lah. So I feel like that is the main thing, especially for younger people who are just joining the workforce, right, is that you cannot bring the Instagram to the company. You cannot bring the hashtags to the company if the company does not already have that culture. And what's going to happen is that either you're going to be very unhappy and you leave, or they are going to be unhappy with you and
And they kick you out.
and you leave lah. I was going to say, but yeah. I mean, that's how it works. And I think that becomes having dealt with that with previous people who have joined this company in the past, right? I would say it becomes a very annoying problem from the management side, because it's like, it's not that I don't want to work with you, but if you are trying to enforce this, you have to somehow show that you're still working. You cannot have it both your way lah.
Yep.
And that will affect your job in the future, because if you continue to chase after this ideal, right, how many companies do you need to go
Yeah,
through
exactly.
before you find that, or you may never find it, or you end up working for yourself lah, which then
Then they come
all the best lah.
influencers lah.
Yeah, exactly.
TikTok.
I mean, I don't have anything against influencers, but end of the day is that I've actually told this to someone before as well. Like, if you want all these ideals, then yes, you work for yourself and you see if what your ideals are will work for you when you are your own boss. Because if then that's how you find it, right? When you are your own boss and you kind of go like, oh, I don't want to work, after a certain time, right? But you don't earn money and you starve, right? Then you know for a fact that it's not working already, one.
Actually, yeah, based on experience that I've been seeing, when you work for yourself, it's 24 hours. Even in your sleep, you're thinking about it. And it's no fun for the person who's right next to you, bro, because you do not want to hear people mumbling about accounts in your sleep.
Yeah.
You just want to
Oh,
not even shut up, smother them in your sleep.
Who was the person you told?
That
That one off camera.
off camera lah. We berbincang off camera lah. And yeah, sorry, what? So I think that would be one thing. The second one would be you might want to consider having a non-work phone. I actually have two phones. So I have a phone that is completely not connected to my work accounts except for WhatsApp, because I use the same account for that one. And if I go off anywhere, whatever, that's the phone that I take with me lah on Saturdays lah.
Which means you have two flip phone?
No, my flip phone is my work personal phone, and I have another A33 phone which is very durable, so if I go camping or whatever, I can just use it along lah. But there's also the phone that I have all my games in, so it's my work-life balance phone. Phones. And I think the other thing is that I think there are 2 points lah. There are 2 points when your work-life balance really goes all out of whack. One is when you first join a company and you want to climb, and another one is when you take on more responsibilities. Because when the moment you start taking on more responsibilities, right, even if you're not working, your mind is still working.
Yeah.
So like when I say on Saturday, right, I have to constantly distract myself from thinking about work. Because if it's not about, oh, can I get this writer to cover this story, right? It'll be like, oh, what can I do to get more sales? Or,
but does the distraction really help?
It does for that moment lah. It does for that moment.
So you constantly, throughout the 24 hours, you have to keep yourself distracted.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yep.
exhausting. Sleep.
Sleep also, sometimes I dream about work.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah, so it's I think it really depends. Like, I think once we talk about like management and all that kind of stuff, right, then really most conversations about work-life balance gets thrown out the window lah. Then it's up to you to figure out. Like, I think there are some CEOs who, 1 month out of the year they will just go on this one holiday, right? So I guess that's how they manage it lah, because they are constantly working for the rest of the time.
I work 11 months, I play 1 month. Work and play.
It's technically work-life balance. Yeah.
But if you want to really balance it, if you work 11 months, you need to off 11 months also lah.
Yeah, you really want to balance it out lah.
Okay,
But I heard that actually there is this, I heard from my friends from production crew, right, that actually people from Hong Kong actually practice that. Like if they shot a movie for 6 months, another 6 months they goes on a holiday. But when we say they work for 6 months,
no job lah.
it's about like work. It's full on work. Like there's no weekends, there's no nothing. 6 months on your toes on your work.
Yeah.
I hope chili sauce don't do that.
No, but actually, if you want enforced one, I think I have a friend who works in a bank. They actually take you off work.
Sorry?
So they take you off work for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, your block leave. You have to
Yeah.
compulsory, you have to take it.
You have to take that leave so that somebody else can come in and make sure that you're not stealing money from the bank. Yeah.
So when is you chili sauce implementing that?
We don't have money to steal, bro.
Actually,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
silap hari bulan we will keep money for the company at our desk and go.
If anything, I'm the one opening your drawers and going like, I got money.
Go money.
Not plastic only lah.
With the sales team kan.
This 25 cents will help pay for one person's
Yeah,
salary.
I hope the sales team don't hear this lah.
What sales team?
Yeah, actually they should be busy looking at how to make money, not our podcast.
Yeah, but then they can make money out of a podcast if they view it, ma.
That's when our podcast followers increase lah. So please follow our podcast.
Okay,
Sorry, yeah. before we go to the next question, I have a question for Alifa.
Yes.
As a married person, right, how do you maintain work-life balance? Because all of us are not, not married.
This one need 2 mic.
3 mic are treason.
Honestly, okay. Sabar, jangan ambil gambar. Honestly, after being married and working at 11, balik rumah at 8, 9 p.m. at home.
Oh, by the way, this weekend we working.
Very nice. And sometimes not going home, sometimes work at weekend. Got a lot of travel. Yeah, they're gonna be complain lah at the house, and that's where I need to think about it lah. And actually, it's okay because my wife also work from home, which is good. When I go to work, she's there. When I go home, she also there. If she work like 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 8 to 6, anything, I think it's gonna be a big problem lah because when I wake up, she's not there. When she come home, I'm not there. And if I come home late, she already sleep. Yeah. So right now it's not a problem. It's just some complaint that can be settled. Yeah, that's my take about it lah.
But that's why we bought you the oven for your wedding.
Yeah, rasuah yang besar jugalah kat company ni sebenarnya. But yeah, everything so far is okay lah. It's just but maybe a normal like all other people like 8 to 5, 9 to 5 would be balance with her lah kan, the timing. So it's just that lah. Let's go to the next question, which is, if you could trade a work task for a chore at home, what would it be and why?
Like you sacrifice one of your tasks at work, you rather do something that you do at home.
For me, I really love and like to do editing, video editing. It's my passion and I love it. And one thing I would trade is hosting.
Come sit here.
But eventually I'm learning and I think I'm getting better at it. I think lah for me. But trade something other than that is maybe
Trade Uihua. Trade your boss.
Uihua, can you lipat baju?
Actually, I can.
Please do. Alright, how about you guys?
Rubee first lah.
Okay. The one thing that I would actually want to trade right, is doing the dishes. I love cooking, I love cleaning the house, but there's one thing I cannot stand is the dishes. But if I could trade that by taking up any work taking on extra work would be maybe editing, because that's part of what I love to do also. You was going to say something, I think. Scared? Okay.
I'm just thinking it. I don't want to say it.
Editing? Editing what?
Editing other people's articles. Not my articles, but other people's articles. Not your videos. I'm not a visual person.
And definitely not feature images.
Yeah, not a visual person. I just said it.
Sorry, I was thinking it, but it came out. I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
It's okay. I'll be nice to you till the 26th. And yeah, I think that is one thing I would want to do. And another thing, if I could give a hand at, is going back to Malay article writings. It's been ages, and yeah, I let go of one job, but I'm willing to take on 2 extra things. He's such a nice person. Yeah.
Yeah, such a nice person. Certainly when they don't care over the weekend if the office got fired.
Not my office, bro.
But you know, after that, they might have a notice saying that we are sorry, but we got to cut down the staff.
But Uihua kind of needs me for other stuff as well, not only writing articles.
Washing dish.
SEO.
SEO.
Yeah.
You what?
Okay, I think one thing that takes up a lot of my time are sifting through emails and messages. So I mean, like, I think sometimes you get really good stories, and we get to know some of the people from PR agencies very well, right? But really, like, if I have to go through like 30 of them a day, right? It takes a lot out of you, both in terms of time and mental space and energy, lah. Because then I have to think like, oh no, I kind of want to cover this, but I cannot cover it, so now I have to tell them cannot and all that. Or sometimes I, like, should I ignore them or whatever, right? So if I could trade that out, I would very, very happily do dishes.
Okay,
I
you wanna
love doing
switch?
dishes.
Would you like to switch with me?
I don't trust you to look through my emails.
No, there's the invites. Just the invites.
Okay. Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I really like doing dishes, but I also have a very specific request for dishes.
What, it has to be glass dishes?
No, I cannot see glass apparently. It has to use cake soap. I hate liquid soap.
Okay, it's okay. I'll buy that for you. And new sponges. And if you
Yes.
want, I can get you gloves for your delicate
3M,
hands.
3M sponges.
Yeah, I use-
No, don't give me gloves. Gloves are for amateurs. You need to feel the dish because sometimes the
no.
grind.
Yes, you need to feel the leftovers from people's mouth. That's where you get the satisfaction of
No,
washing.
it's like only with bare hands, right? You can feel like, oh, maybe there's still minyak on it, or those like
Fair enough.
microscopic bits of food that's still stuck to the
Yeah.
thing.
See, this shows he's a very good dishwasher.
Yeah. Also, you will treat dishwashing rather than looking through your
Then-
email, especially the invites.
Especially the invites lah. But yeah, because it's just like, I mean, I love you PR agencies, but 30-40 emails a day is a lot lah.
But it's okay, you guys can send it to me. I don't mind looking
I
at
can
it.
send it out to her.
I'll just forward to Shims after that.
But you should know that some email comes on a weekend.
It's okay. We look at it on a weekday.
But you should know some might call you over the weekend. Yeah, just send you the invite.
They will call and they will.
Still gonna sign up for that?
That one can last. It's not going to be, definitely it's not going to be an everyday thing, every week thing, right?
It will be an everyday thing. So
I mean, everyday thing, okay, every week.
so to give you a bit of context, I was on leave on Friday, as you
Yeah.
all know.
It was a working day.
Yeah, it was a working day, and I came back on Monday to, how many was it? I think close to like 60 something emails.
Not bad.
Yeah, so
Not bad.
it's fun. Yeah.
It's fun when you don't have other areas to look at.
If that was my only job,
Then
I
it's okay.
Yeah, that'd be okay. But
Yeah.
if not, work-life balance, guys.
So yeah,
Probably
if you
very
guys want balance out between you and I, you can send the emails like half.
30.
Yeah.
Teamwork, editorial.
Actually, most likely what's going to happen is that both of us are going to end up on the same list and get duplicates.
Or maybe you can hire someone new,
Just to
which
check
is
his
a minimum wage, and the position is email reader. Email reader,
You know-
junior email reader.
Honestly, I did think about that one.
Wow.
Yeah, but I guess this is more like a work-life balance thing again, lah, where like I develop trust issues. Because then I'll be like, what if this person is sifting through an email that is actually important and I don't get to read? Then I'll end up looking through it myself, and then yeah. So I have trust issues, guys.
Yeah.
I'm vulnerable. I just don't show it because my face is expressionless. Thank you.
Yeah, it was expression full enough already. Whatever word it is supposed to be. My English is not Englishing right now. It's already 7, right? So yeah. Work-life balance.
How about you, Dee?
What I would trade? Okay. I hope my team members don't watch this video. But fun fact, my team member is on my right side.
Fun fact, they're also going to be the ones editing this video.
Exactly. And probably that one team member who edit gonna ask all the team members' opinion on how the video is. Okay, so I mean, of course.
If you don't want to tell, don't tell.
No. I think it's not the issue. I was just kidding lah. So like I don't know whether it's a thing for Uihua or not, but when you go up the ladder, right, you need to check on your teammates' work, and you must make sure there is a standard quality check lah. It's a quality check, right? And actually, when you are in creative industry, your quality checks actually takes a lot of mental power. You can't prove that to basically anyone. Only you know how much of mental power you have put in. For example, like you might want to put like one effect, but then you have no idea how many times we have tried and error for that effect and stuff like that. Kan? So it takes a lot to be a team lead in like a creative thing. Kan? So when you're doing that for your team, actually, to be honest, all your creativity you already give it to them already. Like almost everything you already give it to them. But you need to know that you have your own stuff to do. So that's when we get all this, long working hours and stuff like that.
And
so
frustration.
I would want to trade that, but at the same time, I'm not saying that, of course people will say, hey, but there's a team lead's job, ma. Yes, there is a team lead's job. But I might want to trade half of it to maybe washing clothes actually. Yes, doing my laundry. But let me put a disclaimer. I do the old school way. I hand wash all my laundries. Even though despite my friends offering me, hey, you know, right, actually you can come to my house, you don't need to pay the water bill or electric bill, you can just put it in my washing machine. But I do it because I work, so I got no time to exercise. At least by that I can exercise.
So like what you try to exercise by like washing laundry like
Yes, exactly. Like you do Tai Chi every morning, no? Because I because I you need to sprah nicely. So actually I get like damn sweaty when I do that in the good way. So I get
There's
damn
no
sweaty.
good sweat, bad sweat, by the way.
I mean, the activity might be good or bad. So this is a good activity. So I get sweat lah. So I think it's a good thing lah. So I will trade half of that washing clothes. And my mom will be very happy to hear this, but I just haven't gotten time to do my laundry.
Okay, so guys, we have to forward this video when it comes out to these mom.
I don't have a number.
She'll be like every Saturday waiting for me.
Alright, that's all for this episode for work-life balance, and we are very happy to talk about work-life balance because we are having a good work-life balance here. We love chili sauce, and please leave a comment, like our video, and share to your friends and recommend it to them because we really nice and funny and good company, and yeah.
And importantly, we balance.
Balance.
We balance.
Yeah. And
If
also
you want to find out, then you can come and join us lah.
Yeah, we need interns to put a fire in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need intern just in case somebody goes out after their 6 months review.
Whatever position interns have in the contract, but your mainly job is to put out the fire.
Yes,
Please
because
apply.
there are a lot of fires.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also to brew some good coffee. Yes. Because only then you can brew a good content.
Oh, very nice.
But what if they don't drink coffee?
Okay.
What
Okay,
if they
bye-bye.
don't drink coffee? Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, but I just wondered, what if they don't drink coffee, D?
Then they offend our boss already.